Anthony Joshua versus Gerard the Baby Anderson. This could be the former two-time heavyweight champion of the world next fight. Potentially. AJ might be fighting Gerard the Baby Anderson. Very interesting developments. Now, the reason for this movement is because Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King, even though he's behaving like a queen at the moment, yeah? Tyson Fury is moving mad right now, yeah? Tyson Fury won't commit to fighting AJ this year. Tyson Fury, apparently he's got other options, yeah? He's keeping an open mind. He's looking at Usyk versus Dubois. Whatever happens from there, Tyson Fury is looking to pick up the pieces. He still feels like he's going to get a trilogy with Alexander Usyk. So Fury, for now, he's sitting back. He's sitting tight, man. He does not want to commit to a fight against Anthony Joshua. Therefore, he leaves Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, with no other choice but to explore other options. And Gerard Anderson happens to be one of those fighters that they're looking at. I also heard they're looking at Dillian White. They're also looking at Deontay Wilder. Now, out of the three fights, the three fighters, I feel like Gerard Anderson, for me, that's going to be the most interesting one. Dillian White, I wouldn't mind watching that as well. I feel like there's history there. There's a lot of animosity there. There's a lot of bitterness there. I don't think they get on, Anthony Joshua and Dillian White. Joshua beat him in the pros. Dillian White beat Joshua during the amateurs. A trilogy, I wouldn't mind that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like both guys at the moment, they're not at their best state of mind, physically, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I feel like they're both kind of like a little bit washed, innit? I won't say they're completely washed, but they're getting towards that, innit? So a fight between Anthony Joshua and Dillian White is going to be very interesting. Like I said, I wouldn't mind watching that. But the Gerard Anderson one is for me, is very interesting. I say this because Gerard Anderson fighting Anthony Joshua, yeah, gives Gerard Anderson the opportunity to revive a fading career. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying a dying career. I'm saying a fading career, because let's take back 18 months ago. Gerard the Baby Anderson was that prospect. You see where Moses Saitoma is now? The way everyone is raving about Moses Saitoma is the next best thing. That's what people were saying about Gerard the Baby Anderson like 18 months ago, 2 years ago. They were saying that about him. It's only until the boogeyman, well, the former boogeyman of the heavyweight division, Martin Bakole, came along. He spoiled everything, innit? Absolutely beat the crap out of Gerard Anderson, yeah? Exposed him. And ever since then, Gerard Anderson, like, he's been forgotten about. His last fight, he fought against Marius Koulias. Unanimous decision victory, but he didn't look good in that. Do you know what I mean? He looked a bit hesitant. You can tell that the confidence is not really there from the 25-year-old. Do you know what I mean? And listen, I understand when he's young, he took a shock loss to Martin Bakole. He was badly hurt in that fight. And I feel like Gerard Anderson is one of those fighters like AJ. He's a confidence fighter, ain't it? Do you know what I mean? He goes off that confidence, that bit of arrogance. You know, you can call it his borderline cockiness here, but once he loses that, he's not the same. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I feel like a fight with him and Anthony Joshua will do the world of good for Gerard Anderson. It's a great opportunity for him to revive his career, rebuild himself, and put his name back in the frame. Put his name back amongst the conversation with the Daniel Dubois and Moses Saitoma. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I know he wants to get back there. And what a better way to do that by going in the ring and defeating the former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a big name. Global superstar, man. Do you know what I mean? Even though Joshua, he's had his shortcomings, yeah? He got sparked up by Daniel Dubois last October. Do you know what I mean? He looked terrible. He looked terrible. He was bad. Do you know what I mean? It was an amateur performance from Anthony Joshua. He looks shot. Anthony Joshua looks shot. Yeah. However, he's still a big name in the business of boxing. Do you know what I mean? He might not be the caliber of fight that he was like 5 years ago. Do you know what I mean? In terms of his physical peak. Do you know what I mean? In terms of his reflexes, in terms of like just boxing in general, he might not be that guy no more. But in terms of like the business side of boxing, like the opportunity that could be presented to you by defeating AJ, AJ's still that guy, man. Even pay-per-view sales, gate receipts, AJ's still up there. AJ's still up there. So Jared Anderson going in the ring against AJ and defeating AJ, even if it's just a unanimous decision victory, even if he goes in there and just showcases some great boxing skills, which Jared Anderson is capable of, I feel like a lot of people forget the skills of Jared Anderson because the recent memory of Jared Anderson is him getting knocked out by Martin Bakole. So everyone now thinks, that's Jared Anderson. Nah, that's not really him. He is a very skilled fighter. He's quick for a heavyweight because he's around that, the 6'2", 6'3". So he can be quick. He can be a bit more mobile, just like Mo Saitoma. You know what I mean? Jared Anderson is definitely skilled and he's got great ability. And he's still young. He's still learning. He's only 25 years old. He can go in the ring there and take out Anthony Joshua. Maybe not knock him out, but he can outbox Anthony Joshua. And if he wins against Anthony Joshua, he's back in the frame. He's back in the conversation. Now, on the other side, we're looking at AJ. He goes in there against a young prospect. Should we call Jared Anderson a young prospect at 25? No, I don't think so. A young fighter. Let's call him a young fighter. Mid-20s, still young. Still early in his heavyweight career. Even though I think he's had 18 fights, 19 fights, So, for AJ, he loses against Jared Anderson. It's the end of the chapter, man. Do you know what I mean? It's over. That is done. It's done for AJ. There won't be a Fury fight. There won't be a Wilder fight. There won't be a Dillian White fight. I mean, you lose to Jared Anderson, it's pretty much done, innit? Because AJ would have suffered back-to-back defeats to young guys. Do you know what I mean? He's just going to tell the world, he's going to show us that he hasn't got anymore to hang in there with these young lions. Do you know what I mean? But on the other side, again, for AJ, he goes in there and obliterates a young fighter like Jared Anderson. All of a sudden, he's feeling good again. He's confident again. He's back on the frame for maybe like a world title eliminator or something like that. Do you know what I mean? He'll definitely put Anthony Joshua in a better space than he currently is right now. A lot of us fans, we've always wanted to see what will happen between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Now, there was a lot of politics involved back in the days and many other reasons why the fight didn't happen. Egos, promoters, managers, etc., etc. But a lot of the fans certainly wouldn't mind seeing these fight again. Seeing this fight. I wouldn't mind watching it. Do you know what I mean? Even though I feel like Wilder is washed, he's definitely washed. He's looked terrible in his last few fights that he's lost. Absolute terrible. Looks washed, But I've always wanted to see who win out of Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. Now, if we was to get a fight right now, it won't be the fight that we could have got like 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago, whatever. It won't be the same fight because then these two guys were, wrecking balls, man. Do you know what I mean? Absolute crazy power. Like, it would have been a battle of who lands first, wins. Because they both had crazy power. But now, obviously, both on a decline, not looking the same. But it's still an intriguing matchup that I won't mind seeing. Do you know what I mean? But just on Joshua, man, I feel like Joshua is one of those fighters where Joshua can walk away from boxing right now, like the actual sport. Joshua can walk away because I feel like Joshua, there's nothing really left for him to prove in boxing. He's been a 2-time world heavyweight champion of the world, He's worth almost $240 million. That's how much his network is worth. It was published a few weeks ago, He's made crazy money. He's been in big fights. He's knocked out a lot of people. He's been knocked out himself as well. He's done it all. Maybe he hasn't had the stellar fights that we wanted to see him, like in terms of fighting Fury, fighting Deontay Wilder. But he's fought Usyk, he's fought Dubois. Do you know what I mean? He's lost both. a bit sad on his side, like looking back on his legacy, you might look at that and think, whoa, that kind of like skews his legacy a bit. It makes us look at it a bit funny. But apart from that, he's achieved everything. He can walk away. But it's boxing, the business. I'm not talking boxing, the sport. I'm talking boxing, the business. Is the business of boxing ready to let go of Anthony Joshua? Maybe that's a conversation for another time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could come back and make another video and really talk about that in more details, because as you know, boxing, we've got the sport side of boxing, as in you train, you become a ranked fighter, you climb up the ranks, you get a title show, you become a world champion, you achieve the dream, then you go for undisputed, etc. That's the sports side of it, yeah? Then you got the business side of it, where you got the marketing, you got the PR, you have to generate income, you have to generate money and everything like that. Joshua, on the income side of it, in the marketing side of it, on the PR side of boxing, I feel like boxing still needs him. That's what we're hearing, this free fight deal with Turki Sheikh. That's what you always see, Joshua, even when he's not fighting, they'll fly him out to Riyadh and he'll sit ringside. Because like, he's such a big profile. I feel like these promoters, these governing bodies, they still want Joshua to hang around just to help, like, with the promotion and the branding of boxing, if you know what I mean. Eddie Hearn is definitely not ready to let Joshua go. Do you know what I mean? Because he hasn't got no one else lined up as of yet. But you know what? I want to come back and do another video on that. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to keep this video too long. So I'm going to leave it at that. But guys and girls, let me know, man. What do you think of Anthony Joshua versus Gerard the Baby Anderson? Who do you think is going to win that fight? You know what I mean? I make AJ slightly favorite because of the experience, and I feel like he's got more power. But then again, man, Gerard Anderson, he's got a lot to prove. He wants to revive his career, and what a better way doing it and smashing up AJ, man. AJ, and that puts him straight back in the frame. But let me know in the comments, guys and girls. I really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo. Please don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because that's the only way you're going to help us to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.